You're in offset, fingertip thrust to the throat. 1, 2, sink your elbow, suspended horse, salute to the corner, back to center. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, shake it out. So that's the complete second form. It's called Hung Gar family fist form, okay? So when we do the salute here, we do the two sides. So typical salute, we step up once, twice, and we're here, okay? When we close, typically in a form, at least with my teacher, we step back 3 times. That's not necessarily true for all teachers, but we always step back 3 times. Now, in Hung Gar fist form, when we go like this and we turn and we step up, we have this foot on the front side. When we pull back and turn, we have the opposite foot come up and salute. And then we draw back, then we pivot, then we square, come back to here, okay? So sometimes when you're first learning, you don't know which foot to be forward. Get the side that's toward the front to be on the outside, okay, toward this. Then that's the side that will move and get you back to here. All right. So one of the things we have 5 stances which we went over in the last tutorial. Instead of spending time on that, I want to go back to that drill that we did where we go, because this is the longest leg of the form that happens on the 2 sides. When you chun kill like this, and you take your sliding step and you punch, okay, we step through, diagonal strike, lift up, elbow down, dragon. Okay, so that is what we did last class. Picking it up from there, when we turn like this, we cross. There's your cross stance, okay, and you separate the hands, okay. So what does that look like? When you cross stance, you have this stance. So you look in the mirror, and then you're like this, okay. Now when you turn, now this is the tricky part. You see I'm on the ball of the foot here, and actually I'm on the heel of this foot. So when I spin, I actually will be toe and heel. That takes me into a stance that's offset. I may have to drop my hand. I will drop my hand, but may have to widen that step to do the palm strike. Okay, so that's the transition there. So when we go to the cross stance, right, we'll hit from here. Here's the cross stance, and we separate. Here's the pivot. Here's the sliding step. Okay, this is the scoop, press, kick, and the step back. Thrust down, open, chop, twist, kick, and the phoenix. So that's a lot of sequence for you for the first time. But when you're in the dragon position, taking it from the mirror side, 1, 2. Now when we turn, this hand drops, boom, scoop, press. Look at the line, press, you're on your center. This is the front kick, you jump. We learn to step and sink, but you can actually jump back. Switch feet, thrust down. So because I'm here, turn, open, chop. Okay, we try that again. From here, dragon, turn, face that way. Now the weight is on your left leg. Cross over, okay, separate the hands, turn. Bring this hand down as you step forward. Scoop. Now I turn this way, and then I turn back this way. When I turn back, I kick. And then I jump back. Thrust. Open. So I turn away, turn. Turn. Kick. This goes down. Phoenix. So this is the phoenix eye punch. We've been making this flat fist. Now you stick your index finger out, lock it in with your thumb, and it supports this, and it's like this. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing. So if you practice that leg of the form and add on the part that we did the other day, you'll have that whole side, okay? And then once you have those two sides, you build off of those two sides to tie into the next series of movements, okay? Now, in the first form, if you don't realize it by now, when we do the elbow, it's a rolling elbow. Okay, the rolling elbow and back fist and palm is slightly different from this elbow. This elbow actually comes off of the punch. And we grab the elbow from behind, slide down like this as we step through. Turn, elbow, dropping palm. Lift the body, back fist. Okay. So when we're here, right, after we draw and punch over the top, you're grabbing, if someone will grab here, you're removing elbow, strike down, back fist. So it's a combination. If you look from the side view, it's boom, 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 boom. 3 movements. In the rolling elbow, it's 3 movements. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. So those combinations just building coordination and then cycling through, and eventually you build that movement. So we say we've got a couple of minutes, so we're ready to wrap it up. Okay, so that's today's class. Hope you got something out of that. Practice it. We'll see you next time. On the schedule, it's new, and these tutorials you can practice 7 days a week. You have a lot of time at home. Like I mentioned last time, for the kids, all our streaming is going to be done in the morning, and you look at the times. I think what's the time for the morning, Lucian? For 9:30 to 10:30. That's the Tai Chi, but for youth.
Youth is.
I think it's.
I got it. So youth is 11:15 to 12:15 on Saturdays.
Okay, 11:15 to 12:15 on Saturdays, and.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay, 11:15 to 12:15. So 11:15 to 12:15, it's just before lunch. We didn't want to do the streaming during lunch because if there's lunchtime and you're on a schedule. So we're trying to put the kids on a schedule so that, they have just like going to school, you have to have a format. And if you follow that schedule, it'll be good.
It's going to be all ages and adults because the content's going to be appropriate.
Yeah, so all ages and adults in that intermediate beginning of just before intermediate. First form, second form will be focused on. By the time you get through with this, you should know both of those forms. There's supplementary archive tutorials on the normal streaming, so you have plenty of stuff to work with. If you have any questions, the chat room is good to send some messaging because we'd like to know actually who's on it, who's following it, and that gives us a good idea of what we should be working on. The next Kung Fu class is actually intermediate, leading into some adult content meaning Kung Fu, that is, and that'll be...
Right now, you're going to do Tai Chi for ED.
Okay, so we have a follow-up with Tai Chi for Parkinson's class, which is a whole nother segment.